Hello, 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 hello. We are, we are, we are officially live. So, this is the midweek stream. Is it not, Ristov? Well, if he wasn't muted, he'd be able to tell me.
Fuck's sake, I have been chatting away like some.
Classic. Banter. How you doing,
Yeah,
mate?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Really good. This is a completely genuine beginning of a conversation because, of course, we haven't actually spoken before we've gone live.
No,
We like to keep
not
it.
since the last stream, obviously.
No, really, we don't, do we? We sort of just,
We barely speak.
it's just all set up, ready to go. And we're like, you know what, we want to be as natural and organic as physically possible. And here,
Absolutely.
we are.
Hang on, sorry, I'm having issues. There we go. I
That's
am no
okay.
longer having issues.
It's okay.
Very small, quick issue.
So, yeah, midweek stream, not usual. I can't actually remember why we're doing a midweek stream, but lucky everyone, am I right?
We're just crazy. We're
just-
insane.
We're
Just
just
insane.
spontaneous and exciting.
That's always that's what people say.
What's going on, Laurie? Laurie has entered the building. Welcome, Laurie. Welcome back to the chat.
Good evening, Laurie.
Yeah. No, it's a weird one. Because it's our because of the wonderful things we do. It's a town between stream. I had to get some wine. I think we're stuffs on the wine too. Not trying to make it a habit, are we? But
Speak for yourself.
Well, in your case, Rizov, you're not trying. It already is.
It already is. I'm just keeping it up the habit. I've been drinking since about 3. Since we start at work.
Oh Jesus, sorry about this, guys. You know how it is. I'm very wanted. Very wanted guy.
He's a man in demand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very busy.
What were we saying? Something about wine. We're talking about wine. Midweek
I've already had
wine.
half a glass of wine. I'm pissed.
Yeah, man. It was a good stream last time. I think we had we got pretty toasty. Gonna be honest, wasn't it?
Tasty.
Yeah.
Fairness.
We came in with no theme and we just sort of ran with it, and it was pretty spicy. It was pretty good podcast.
All right.
I met Laurie, of course. So welcome back, Laurie. It's nice to see a returning viewer to our little old town. Between. Do you know what? I actually said that, and ironically, I wasn't thinking of our name when I said return to our little old town.
Hey, well there you go. You see, it just writes itself, doesn't it? You got a name like that, and you're like, I can say what I want. It just fits in. Fits in like you're at home. Like it's your hometown. You know?
Exactly. I think it's a beautiful thing. I don't know. Did you catch in our Discord recently? I don't know if I actually put this or I dreamed it. I said I think I called people the townsfolk or something like that. I said, "All right, townsfolk," and I was like, "Gosh, that's
hello, townsfolk."
That's clever." But I might have dreamed that. I've been having some pretty lucid dreams recently.
It sounds like something you would say, but we also talked about mayors and stuff, didn't we? So I don't think it was.
Did.
If you did say it, I don't think it would have been too far fetched.
Well, who knows? I mean, the Discord's not exactly huge, so I think we'll figure it out if it's there or not. Was that even genius? I don't know. Our viewers will try.
Little Gidding is with us.
Little Gidding, welcome, Little Gidding.
Good evening.
Buenos
tardes.
Don't know what that means.
Buenos tardes.
Good morning. Good
Nice.
morning. Good evening.
Nice day. I think I don't know.
Something like that.
Good day.
Spanish. Yes, hello both of you guys. Thank you for showing your faces again. It's lovely to see you both. Ristov, do you wanna hit off what the plan is for today?
Well, I think calling it a plan's quite,
Yeah, what we're talking about. We did literally just have a chat, didn't we?
The brief kind of thing that we'll be skirting around weirdly today is our favourite 9 games, not top 10. It's our top 9 because just 10's just that a little bit too much, isn't
it? You could have said something in the board meeting, man.
Yeah, we're just going to be chatting away. I think I have a feeling some of my. Well, then again, I've said top 9. I don't know if it's my top 9, whatever. It sort of changes all the time, but I think we've probably got a couple of the same ones in our top 9.
Absolutely, I think we do. I think it's the thing when we sort of came up with the concept. I know the concept. It's genius. It hasn't been done before. But we thought. I know when I said it to you. It's like on a Monday night, or was it Monday was one of the days. We decided to do Wednesday.
One of the days.
One of the days. I was like, okay, I'll just list them straight up. So, is it really thought out? Probably whilst you're going through yours, I might be like, oh shit, could you done that? Oh shit. And we tried to go off genres, didn't we, first of all? But the genres were like, mate, how many puzzle games do you play? Let's be honest. Or like, that you want to talk about.
Not a lot.
Or real-time strategy.
I said, like, racing games is one of the categories, and I was like, what? I mean, apart from Mario Kart, when have I ever played a racing game? Like, not often. Although, to be fair, one of my 9 isn't. Not quite a racing game, but it's a sort of. It's a driving game.
So I've had quite a quick flash because I had something together, but yeah, it's a quick flash. Yeah, when we did the genres, like 90% of mine were Nintendo because that's the only thing I could think of where I'd actually go out into like racing or like sports or anything. It'd all be Nintendo. So,
as I said to you, mine are predominantly, I think, probably a good 50% Dreamcast games.
Yeah.
Just because I'm a Sega boy, and I'm an old person, so I remember the Dreamcast. There you go.
I never played it. Gonna be honest.
You weren't born, mate.
I wasn't.
Well, you were.
But all I can remember is the N64, but we did have Super Nintendo beforehand. But yeah.
Gaming of yesteryear.
When you start a podcast, you're going through all the generic formula of what sort of topics and things you're gonna speak about, because this is almost like an open just discussion podcast format, isn't it, Ristov? We're not like
we're an open forum, you know.
Open forum. That's why we're doing it on Twitch, so we can have some view interaction and get all your input to give us content, because I'm sure most people are more interested in this. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Little Gidding. Can you read that? I can't. What was that say?
Pod Racer.
Oh yeah.
On the N64 was the best racing game of all time.
Of all time.
It wasn't a bad game. I'm not gonna lie there.
It's back out for Switch, mate. You can get it on Switch now. Little Gidding.
Yeah. And you get it on Switch.
You can, mate. You can. Little Gidding, did you change your name to 19 at the end? I don't know why that's the thing, or why I'd even be worried about that. Just probably Little Gidding's got a lot of little troll accounts. I know him. I know his mind. It's one of his.
He's 19. He's the 19th.
He's the 19th Little Gidding, exactly.
An army of Little Giddings, and he's just number 19.
Yeah, probably. I know him. He's a bit devious. But yeah, Little Gidding, obviously, I know. Yeah, I'm sure you'll stop by for a little bit. I appreciate you guys. And Laura. Why did I say Laura? We don't actually have it in the UK. I don't think we know anyone called Laurie. It's quite an American name. We feel like whenever I hear Laurie, I think America. It's a nice name. I really like it. But if either of you guys or anyone in chat, anyone viewing, anyone who stops by wants to just input their own top 9, then please do. That would be. We'd love to speak about it rather than just our own.
Just go for it, mate.
When you go for it. Go for it. We're doing quite a lot of trial things with this one. Rustov sent me over some of his game list, and I've got my game list, and we've got some YouTube clips to play in the background on mute, on loop through a looping website. So hopefully it all goes to plan. It's going to be a very technically, what's the word? Inspired.
Complicated.
Yeah, stream. So if I'm like this with stuff, I'm going, oh fuck. So when you gotta take the lead, motherfucker.
I'll just sing a lovely song, lovely cute show tunes, all of which I don't know. So, yeah.
Amazing. Show tunes. Okay, it's been decided. You got to sing some show tunes. And if anyone's thinking, like, I don't know, if anyone's just looking at what I've got on my finger, I don't actually wear this around. Not that if I could put it off Ganora stuff. Let's be honest, it's pretty. Right?
Is it? It looks like from here. It looks like a.
Kind of on camera. I think it's like, I don't know. I think it's like made from a certain plant that my brother, when he went to the rainforest, which is the most stupidest. My God, I couldn't remember the country. Bolivia got these things, and this is the more effeminate one, but I can rock it. But yeah, it's really nice for like soothing. It's like soothing little clickety.
Nice.
It's a nice little thing. So if I'm feeling this, I'm not actually. What's the word? I'm not Oh God, I'm not one to wear rings, but because I'm not cool enough, I can't rock it. But maybe I could. I don't know. I've got look at my finger. I've
I've
got little
been known
girl
to
hairs.
fiddle with your ring on stream.
It has been commented on before, yeah.
I think it legit has.
Legitimately, I got a ban once. Uh, Shut down my last channel, Minutes for Walruses, and it was that time. But there we go. There, there we are. Anything spicy happen this week for you, Ristoff, mate?
Not a lot, mate. It's just been work so far, and I imagine that it will be work tomorrow and work on Friday with less work at the weekend. But you never know.
Might get called up. There's some people, I don't know if you've got any colleagues that just sort of like will work into like really late at night. I once had to go on my work laptop at like 10, and I saw two colleagues like still smashing it out, still working.
Yeah.
I was like,
What are you doing?
what are you doing? You work for a massive company. They are not paying you. You know how to do this. But maybe that's just me. I'm just sort of. I'm a cruiser.
Burnout.
Yeah. I don't sort of put. I put enough effort into to do my job well, but that's about it. But yeah.
You do the bare minimum. That's what you're saying.
By the way, what did you say?
I said, do you do the absolute bare minimum
Yeah,
required?
fucking bare
And
minimum.
like,
No, I swear to God, I do all the important things, but I don't really. I leave. If I'm only getting paid for work hours, I only do work during those hours, unless I'm.
so you should, mate. So
Yeah,
you should.
yeah, absolutely.
Unionized.
I have got uni, but my union is actually shit. Anyway, let's not go too much of that. It's so boring. Yeah, I got a leaflet from them recently, and I was like, oh my God, why am I paying for you? Absolute dog shit. But yeah, Laurie said, I'm at work right now. What'd you do, Laurie? Anything exciting? Or anything you can tell us about? You don't have to, obviously. I don't know.
High five.
What'd you say?
Laurie might work for MI5. You might be able
Exactly.
to say anything.
That's not my go-to, and anyone asks me like on stream, oh, what do you do? I'm like, oh, MI5 actually, yeah. So I'm looking for your webcam right now. Just like that.
Get some every time.
Get some every day. Love it. I get a lot of laughs, virtual laughs in chat for that. Like, at least a couple of ha-has,
A couple of little emotes.
If I'm lucky, I get emotes.
Get a lol here and there.
I get a BRB. I get a view count going do. I mean, and it really hits when it's only 3 to begin with. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Cool. Shall we just bloody get into it?
Let's do it, mate.
Yeah.
Get on. Let's crack on.
Wicked. All right, everyone. So hopefully this is going to work nicely, and of course, please feel free to drop in your commentary on said choices. Right.
Choices.
So, here we go, bitch. Here we go. Right. So this is the screen. Ristoff, you start off with your 3x3 and just go through it, and you can pick a game from it, and then you can have a discussion of why you've picked it, what you love about it. Then I'll smoothly pop up the video whilst we're for a backdrop. So here's Ristoff's 3x3. I'm sure you can see it yourself, Ristoff. You got it up there for you, mate?
And I've got the stream running in another window.
Nice.
Slightly behind, but now I can see it.
Add an extra viewer for us. Thank you, mate. Get in.
So I'm just going to start from the top, yeah? Start top left.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't know who else has picked this. I'm assuming you. But I've gone for a bit of Skyrim. Everyone likes a bit of Skyrim, don't they?
Fucking love a bit of Skyrim, mate. Go on, give us the backstory. When did you first discover Skyrim? What drew you to its allure, and what made it that so special? I think we've all had that experience with Skyrim, because I also put it on my list. So you have discussion about yours. I might just talk about that afterwards, so we can have that debate together. So we don't have to rehash any shit, because
compare and contrast and all that.
Absolutely, mate.
So I've never, like, before Skyrim, I hadn't played any of the other Elder Scrolls games, so Oblivion, whatever. I had played Morrowind before, but I had it on PC, and the PC I had was unbelievably bad, and I don't even know why. I think someone must have given it me or whatever, so it couldn't cope with it, even though this was like I don't know when it was even out, like 1998 or something.
Yeah.
And so I never played it, and I was too young to kind of even really get what was going on. So I was like, oh right, no, I don't really like this. Um, and then I got Skyrim when I was, I don't know how old. It's been out 10 years, so it must have been. I must have got it not long after it came out, but like long enough for me to not really kind of be bothered about the hype around it.
Yeah.
Um, And then obviously everyone had already completed it and exhausted it before I got it. But having absolutely no idea what it was, I was like, oh, it's probably something a bit like, I don't know, just like a walkie round, hacky slashy, sort of a bit like, sort of like Doom or something like that, where it's all just like, yeah, you do a level and you do another level.
Oh,
It's a
really?
nice,
So you went into it pretty blind then? You had no
yeah, I had
idea.
no idea, no idea. And then I was living on my own at the time, working for an art gallery in said town that I live in, town between, shall we say? Um,
It is a town of everything and everyone.
Absolutely. And I was working in the local art gallery, not particularly happy with my life. I'm not gonna lie. Um, and yeah, I got like a little bit addicted to it. I probably like most people did, and you kind of like you're racking up all the quests, aren't you? You're like, oh my god, and it's actually it matters more to you what's happening in Skyrim than it does in real life. Um, and then you kind of start, yeah, and I remember like dreaming about it, like turning it off and being like, right, you need to go to bed now because you're up for work in like 2 hours, and it's like 5:30 in the morning. Like, what the hell have you done? And then like dreaming, being like, and like having like dreams of me like from kind of like first point perspective, just seeing like my hands, and then like just going about sort of day to day things, and that things popping up, being like, oh, piece of bread, take or whatever, or steal. And I remember thinking, oh god, this is when you know you've got too much and you might actually be addicted. I'm not particularly. I've never really been addicted to anything like badly.
Mhm.
Um, but that was like I remember being like, well, this is an issue. This may be an issue here. I'm gonna have to start talking to people now. And yeah, so I didn't know anything about Skyrim or the hype or whatever. And also, not until I properly started playing it did I even really get it. So I remember being like, I don't know why I didn't get things, but like I remember going for ages and ages and ages. And when it comes up where it says level up, every time you can go up a level.
Yeah, yeah. Doof,
I
doof,
thought,
doof.
yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I thought that was it. I was like, oh, I've gone up a level. Nice one. So I got to about like level whatever, like 13 or 15 or something like that. And then it was like, you've got skill points. I'm like, what the hell? What? And I've not like unlocked any of the skills or the trees or whatever, or done anything with it. I'd only, because I think it like, does it like do something where you can like put points in between like magic or
Yeah,
health
yeah,
or whatever?
yeah. The leveling up is like it all depends on what you want to do. So
Yeah, yeah.
like
So
stealth
then,
archer, for instance, which I was
yeah.
pretty much every single playthroughs.
And then I just thought, oh, I'm doing. If I pick up a sword, I'm just leveling up with this. And then I never actually spent any of the points or anything till I was halfway through the game.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, now everything's a bit easier.
A lot
Um,
easier, I imagine, and a
trying
lot
to
more
kill
fun.
it. um, but yeah, but it's funny. I was going to ask you because I knew this was on your list. That what your chosen play style of Skyrim was, because I think you probably guessed this because you know me quite well.
Yeah,
Was a bit of a mage boy.
of course, of
So,
course.
like magicy chops. Um, and yeah, I didn't really. Every time I play it, I've played it through it several times. I'm like, I'm gonna do something different this time. I'm gonna be a big old barbarian, whatever. I'm gonna be a stealthy guy, whatever. Nope, just keep doing the mage.
Ice
And
blast
yeah,
that bitch. Yeah.
that's it. Every time I play through it, I always end up doing the same, um, becoming the same kind of build or whatever. So there you go.
It's a weird one. I find it with Skyrim. I've sort of got memories in Skyrim which are sort of like integrated into my. It's like when you think about your past, you think about my childhood memories or when I was at university, or I just think Skyrim is sort of like mixed in with that because there's so many hours have been put into it. You sort of have memories that are intrinsically in me when I think about when I got it from Tesco's, got the 360 copy. I was like, oh, what's this then? Oh yeah, because I knew my brother played Oblivion and loved it, and I was like, oh, Skyrim, it's a similar thing. I might try it out. I think Skyrim was more accessible than things like Oblivion. When I played Oblivion, I know people are going to be upset about that, but I hadn't really played Oblivion. I think I played the first 5 minutes, got confused as fuck. But when I got into Skyrim, it was it was sort of like it was magic. You hadn't played a game like it. It's sort of I think that mystery of like just coming out to the open world. You come out of that cave with what's his name? Oh, I always went with Stormcloaks, which my friend is
Oh yeah.
often very upset about. He's very much an Imperial. But yeah, I'd come up with the Stormcloaks, and I just remember that sense of wonder, just like going into the world, going up the mountains to the Stormcloaks on my pony, and seeing the troll come out, and just thinking, wow, it was fucking crazy. I just remember being absolutely like in awe of it. Just walking
Yeah.
around, oh shit, there's a cave, man. I can go into that cave. And you can go in and there's like a story in the cave. I had never experienced anything like it. I think now we sort of have a lot of things that sort of are Skyrim-esque. That sort of take that approach. They give you that first mission, then it's like, the world. Like, for instance, like, I'm just going to go back to it because fuck that game, Far Cry 6. Sort of like opens you up to the world, but the world is empty. There's nothing going on. But Skyrim, there's something everywhere, you know? Something everywhere in each
And it's
part of
all
it.
I remember being amazed that it was all like fully voiced, and then like there's different, obviously there's different paths you take, so you hear everything. And I just think, God, like, how did this even get made?
Yeah.
Like the time that went into it. And then I remember doing stuff like you you can accidentally kind of ruin a quest that you've not even started until, or you weren't even supposed to start for like God knows how long.
Yeah.
And I remember doing it again when I was like level 5 or something, no skills, whatever. I like wandered into this little house. I was like, oh, this is just a little house, right? I'll just go and see what's in here. And then there was obviously, I don't know, I can't remember the like side quest or whatever that was involved. But basically, it was like, don't go in that house. Um, and this like wizard guy was like, "You shouldn't be here," and like went insane.
uh-huh.
So it's like throwing stuff at her. I obviously exit the house. Wizard comes out,
And I'm out.
like starts chasing me down the hill. So I'm like, oh god, what the hell have I done? This ruined my game. I'm just gonna be chased by a damn wizard for the rest of the frigging game. So I can level up and kill him. Although, and straight away, a
Great
bear
story.
came out of nowhere and then killed this guy. So I was like, nice one, amazing. And then I remember like later on in the game being, oh, you've got to go to this person so and so's house to go and catch this. And I'm like, hang on, that was the guy that got killed by the bear. Wasn't there? And I
Yeah.
think the mission, like, you couldn't do the mission because you needed something off him.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, right, well, you live, you learn.
Yeah, absolutely. It sort of feels like real life consequences sort of fit into
Yeah,
it, even though you probably could just reload a quick save. But yeah, it's
probably cool. At that point, I was like, well, I had no idea what a quick save is.
but that stayed with you, right? That meant that story.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's the thing with Skyrim. There's so many like stories that come out of it. I think more than any other game, you can remember really fucking funny things happening in Skyrim because it's so buggy. Like I remember, I had Lydia as my companion, as everyone does,
yeah.
and I left her in this dungeon where I was like, I think it's like a portal out of it. I don't know if I told her to wait or whatever, but I left it there. And I was like, oh shit, Lydia's there, right? Anyway, I played through the game, a lot of the game, and I eventually figured out how to marry. So I married the woman from the shop is it Riverwood, the first place you go to. Took
Okay,
her
yeah.
down to oh, what is it called? The where all the thieves guild is and all that. I should know.
Riften. Is
Riften,
it
Riften. You have to go to Riften to get married. So I took her there, and during our wedding ceremony, Lydia's corpse just fell from the ceiling, and just like flopped in front of us, and everyone, and it would break the wedding. So I'm like, oh my god, oh no! And I was like, what the fuck?
What?
What's going
How?
on? So I couldn't marry this woman because Lydia's dead corpse kept showing up on in
What?
like
That's
through the
insane.
roof. So I found out. I think I thought I had to look it up because I was like, I need to marry this woman. Lydia's been dead for like
Fuck you, Lydia.
hours of gameplay, like 200 hours of gameplay. Lydia's been dead for, and someone put in like in a subreddit or not like a forum that sometimes happens, and that you can find her body downstairs in the basement of the place. So before I went to marry, I took my bride to the place. I went, hold on a second, love. I've got to sort something out.
Gotta deal with this.
Went down to where Lydia's body was and dragged it like out of the room, and then it didn't spawn. So it's like, I know where her body is. She's at the wedding, but
She
yeah,
was always there.
she's always there, but she's not gonna fall from the ceiling this time. And I got married. I moved into a house in the Whiterun,
Nice.
Beautiful, beautiful
It was a
time.
good day.
It was a
It was
good
a good
day.
day.
Yeah.
I remember something similar happening to me where there's again a side quest, something to do with like an orphanage, and there's a horrible old lady at an orphanage.
Yes, yeah.
Uh,
Isn't that like? Yeah, I know. I think I know the one you're talking about.
and I remember not really know what I was doing, and I accidentally, before I could like complete the mission,
Yeah. Uh huh.
killed the old lady. I think I did something wrong, or when you like accidentally walk into something and then something aggroes, and then I've like gone for that. Anyway, old lady dies,
Right.
and then I think it turned out you were like, oh, that's kind of what you're supposed to do in the mission, or
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
you could kill her or something. Um, but I did before I completed that, before I got to that point, I felt really bad. So you had the spell where you could kind of resurrect someone, and they could come and be your like they could fight for you for about 30 seconds,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
they'd.
yeah, yeah.
I was like, right, I'm gonna bring this old lady back to do that. Did that. Old lady comes back. I'm like, amazing. And I thought, oh, you can have 30 seconds, say our goodbyes, and then she like, collapsed into a pile of ash, and then that pile of ash stayed there forever, and it wouldn't unspawn or unload or whatever. So as tribute, I started using the pile of ash as kind of like a chest
Oh
where
yeah,
you could
good
put
storage.
things. So I'd be
Amazing.
like, store that in that old lady. No,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, she kind of became quite a big part of the game, really.
Just go back to a
Storing lots
corpse.
of items.
May this sweet roll honor you, milady. Stores 25 sweet rolls. You just in game, imagine just dropping all these sweet rolls into this old lady's ashes. Or this 5 great swords of burning embers.
Yeah, 25 dragon bones. Throw them in.
The question
So
is,
yeah,
did you ever do the iron dagger thing to get your level up?
the iron dagger thing.
Yeah,
No.
you never did that. So like, if you kept creating iron daggers, it would make your smithing level
Oh,
come up so really quickly,
yeah,
and
I
then you could
totally did
like,
that.
yeah, you did do that. Yeah, yeah. Got the dragon armor.
Yes.
Oh, good
There was
days.
something where I didn't do this because I couldn't be bothered in the end, but there's a way that you get your archery skill
Yeah, I
right
did
up
that.
by
Yeah, yeah,
shooting one of the guys that never dies and just like constantly
yeah. Yeah.
and eventually you've got 100 archery skill, and this guy's just kind of just a little bit pissed off, but not actually won't do anything to you.
Yeah.
Um,
I think that's yeah,
always cheat.
absolutely. Maybe this is a bit of a niche subject. People come into stream like, oh, I've never played Skyrim, I don't care. But you should play Skyrim because it's fucking amazing. Um, just I think like for non people who don't play video games, just to play Skyrim, I think that's like one of the most. I don't know. I think I could really get people into it quite easily.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
kind of like therapy. It's kind of like well, yeah, relaxing, but like therapeutic. I think
yeah,
sometimes you can just like walk around, can't you? And do whatever, and just like
absolutely. Just do your own thing. I think what's beautiful about it is I remember a mission in White Dawn Star where there was there was a mission, I can't remember, you had to get the sacred dagger right. But what I loved about Skyrim is I had to take this guy to the shrine, and then there was an option to kill him. And a lot of games before Skyrim, there was like this whole morality system coming in, which would affect everything if you did certain things. But God bless Skyrim, it didn't. So I didn't really feel that bad about murdering him, sacrificing him, getting the dagger, and just knocking around like, oh, it's fucking sweet, mate. And yeah, it was just like, it was so good. It was so good. But yeah, you went mage. I always went stealth archer. Always, always, man. So cool,
sounds
Skyrim.
very stealthy, but there you go. I'm just not a stealthy guy.
Yeah, no, that's interesting because I mean, yeah, as you said, it's quite easy to level up in stealth with the archery. You get the guy at the first town, and okay, I know you get the guy at the first town. You give him all your money to learn lessons, and get lessons off him, level up quickly. Go into his inventory, take the money back out. Keep doing it.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
And you do
Yeah,
that, and then you do what you were talking about. You go to that blind guy and keep walking around, and your sneak goes
around.
up. So
Yeah,
very guilty of doing that. A bit of cheesing is what they call it, isn't it? All right,
it is.
cool. Let's go on to your next one, man. Da-dup. And get
Uh,
Crystal's 3x3 back up. Ba-dup. Right, I have no idea what that one is to the right.
oh. So yeah, middle top.
Mm-hmm.
This is first of obviously my Dreamcast one.
Mm.
And this is a game that I honest to God do not know why they haven't remade on like Switch, because it would just it's like meant to be on the Switch. It would be amazing.
What's it
You would
called?
love it. Everyone would love it. So it's called Power Stone 2. Obviously there
Ah,
was a
yeah.
Power Stone 1. And it's a fighting game, but it's not. It's kind of a fighting game in the way that Smash Bros.
Sort of
So
fighting game the way Smash Brothers was a fighting game.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's you. I mean, I can't remember which came first actually, because this was on the Dreamcast, and Dreamcast was kind of same. I know, no, actually, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was kind of after. Yeah, well, it would have been
Okay.
after Nintendo 64, wouldn't it? So I suppose there was Smash Brothers on N64, wasn't there? So I suppose that did come first. But I reckon they took quite a lot from Power Stone, because the basic premise was you were one of these funny little zany characters from all over the world, and you had like a normal form, and then you had a power form. Whereas if you collected 3 power stones, and it would you would transform into something else, and then you'd have like superpowers or whatever, and it was just amazing. But the best thing about Power Stone 2 is there was this whole like crafting system. So there's little weapons and stuff that you could pick up throughout the level, and like things to throw at each other or whatever.
Yeah.
It at first you're like, oh, there's loads of stuff, but then you could create stuff, and you could create. I'm not kidding, like hundreds of stuff. And it was the kind of, again, one of these things where you're like, how the hell did they get time to? And each weapon was different and had like its own little perk or whatever. Um, and yeah, I just remember thinking, God, like how the hell have they made you? You keep creating things, and you play through it, and you unlock bits, and everything you pick up, you kind of you can then use to create something else.
Hmm.
Um, but it's just so good, and it's like 4 player, so again, good like party kind of
Is
game.
it like a side scroller? Like, is it like what are you doing? Are you moving? Is it like
It's
it's like a platformer, multiplayer
it's
platformer?
kind of it's 3D,
Right.
but it has 2D kind of aspects to it. So you'll start in one part of the, I don't know. So on the trailer you can see like little bits where they jump on the plane and
Yeah.
skydiving a bit, and you're fighting while you're skydiving. Then when you land, you're changing. Um, but it's just so good. And then there's like bosses in it as well, so you can play it kind of. Obviously, you can have like people like four people fighting against each other, but then there is a mode where you can have like 2 people, and the top 2 from each round go through to the next round, and then the boss is like this big Egyptian kind of robot or something, and then there's a boss at the very end where you've got to like work together with it. So it was just pretty unique.
It looks
Um,
intense, man. There's like a lot going
so
on. This is a
yeah,
Dreamcast.
this is Dreamcast, yeah, but I
Huh.
think they released it later on, like well, not quite a remastered because it wasn't enough, but I think the PSP, like the first like portable PlayStation Portable, I think they kind of they released it on that, but it's never been on any other console apart from Dreamcast. But it's just one of those games where you can just play forever, and it's just fun. You don't really you can just dick about, and the closest thing I can compare it to is Smash Brothers, but it's not. But it's like 3D. It's more
It's,
3D
I
and
could I
2D.
could sort of see it. Yeah, you're sort of like walking around like an arena rather than. It yeah, it's cool. It's like got lots of different sort of elements that go into it. A good sort of fun party game. I've never played it. Do you know if it's on the Switch
It's not
thing?
it's not anything, and
Because
the
they got that new
second.
Dreamcast pop, didn't they? I don't know if they
Yeah, yeah.
included it. I'm guessing they didn't. You probably have bought it by now if they had.
Oh yeah, for sure. Um, but the second it comes out on Switch, I'm going to buy it for you because you will love it, and I will love having someone to actually play it with rather than being like 10 and playing it on my own or playing with my sister.
This
Um,
actually looks like something I'd be really into. I mean, just from the little trailer is only like 30 seconds long, but I can sort of see it. I can sort of see it being like
I
does
think
look
you,
pretty
I
special.
do genuinely think you'd like it. So next time you're around at mine, I'll crack the Dreamcast out,
You got it.
and
You still got your Dreamcast over here.
yeah, man, I've still got it
Sick, bro. Sick, bro.
ready to go in the spare room. We will have a Power Stone 2 night, and
Nice
you
one.
you will be blown away. Trust me.
Special stream. Yeah, we could do it. If not on Town Between, we could do it on one of our streams. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
for sure.
Or we could just play it like to your friends. You know how it is.
Friend,
Oh, wicked. That's great. Anything else you want to say about Lovely Power Stone, or do you think you've sung its praises enough? I wish I could. I wish I'd played it and been able to like, oh yeah, but I just have no, no fucking idea.
actually. But the only bit of hope I've got is that because I follow something on Twitter, I'm that obsessed with it. I follow something on Twitter called like Power Stone Revival or something. I can't remember what
It
it's
must be
called.
revived.
Yeah.
Bring us back
And
the Power
the
Stone.
only saving grace is that because it's by Capcom, so who makes Street Fighter and such.
Yeah.
Um, they've just renewed the license. for Power Stone. So we're like, "Ooh, what are
Oh,
they
something's
doing?"
coming.
So yeah.
Watch
Um,
the space for Power Stone.
and
No,
I should have worn. I even made myself a Power Stone 2
you
T-shirt. It
didn't.
was a while ago,
That's
but
amazing.
I should have worn it. I've still got it. Might
Oh,
be a bit
mate.
tight, but you know.
When did you make it?
Um, like when I was a teenager. So we're talking like 20 odd years ago.
Mate, that is absolutely amazing. I'm gonna move your bird down a bit 'cause his head's getting cut off. That, yeah, I'd love to play it. I'm excited.
I'll do that
We'll
for
get on
sure.
it for sure. And I bet, I know it's like when Fable got renewed. The license for Fable got renewed. Everyone's like, it's gonna be a new Fable. I think there's now gonna be a new Fable. So very
I think,
exciting.
yeah.
So you're number 3, mate. Number 3, and I've got this on mine too.
Yeah, number 3, obviously, old Witchy Poos.
Number 3. So why number 3, man? Did you play any of the others?
I did play the others, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really enjoy them.
No, didn't enjoy number 2.
No, I mean number 1, I couldn't get into a mess, and then
Yeah,
number
I've never played
2, I
number 1.
was like, right, yeah, this looks. And I really tried, and then I don't know, I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. But then number 3, I was like, yes, let's do it.
Number 3, yeah. So what
And
made you
again,
stop at number 2? I'm just really curious because I really
it
enjoyed
was the
number 2.
controls, I think, more than anything.
Where isn't this
It was
in?
the controls and the. I think I remember having issues with the inventory, but I don't know. I probably didn't give it the time that it deserved because I didn't give it a lot of time. Um, and yeah, I just remember thinking because it's totally my kind of game, and then playing it being like, oh, actually, it's a bit all over the shop.
Yeah.
But yeah, number 3 again, wasn't really expecting. The only reason I got it as well is because I got a. I didn't actually buy it. It came with my Xbox One, I think, when I got an Xbox for the first time,
Right.
and one game with it, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll get The Witcher. And then the second one was shit, and then obviously playing it, I'm like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, man. It's yeah, I thought it was so it's a special game. I'm trying to there we go. I'm trying to get the video up. Of course, I knew I have some technical issues. To be fair, I think I'm doing pretty good. Like so far, getting it.
You're doing amazing.
God, that looks good. Doesn't it look good? If you look at the trailer. Mwah, I don't even remember it looking that good, to be fair. But yeah, no, I thought it was like. This is another thing. It's like Skyrim. I remember this being like one of the first PS4 games that I bought. That I was like, this is next generation. This is what we've been waiting for. This is huge. You know what I mean? And just sinking hours into it. I mean, playing it now, I tried to replay the DLC. Still really good, but it's sort of. I think that happens sometimes with games apart from Skyrim and some games like the Zelda games that don't lose their magic. But I guess I spent so many hours in it doing like everything. I found it hard to get back into, but for the time I played it, it was just, mate, it was absolute magic. It was magic. The Witcher contracts are my favorite thing. What was yours?
No, do you know? I think just I don't think I've got a favorite thing. But again, what I said about Skyrim, I just remember being so like crazily impressed to be like, wow, everywhere you go, there's a mission, and then there's like a mission off that mission,
Yeah.
and then it's all voiced, it's all animated, it's all whatever. God, this is insane. This is such a masterpiece.
In depth, wasn't it?
And it's like me and Simon like do like a meme of it. Like if we've got something like to do that it might entail sort of going to more than 2 places. We're like, oh my god, it's like The Witch. We're like, you've got to go if you want a cup of tea. You've got to go to the old lady. Oh no, you have to go and find a rose petal. So, but to get the rose petals, you have to grow roses. Go to the old lady's house, but before you realise the old lady is actually an evil demon, so you've got to kill her friend and you're
Get
like,
her penny.
all for a cup of tea.
Take it into a magic circle. Take away the curse. Bring it back to her daughter-in-law and get the magic saucepan and bring that back. Yeah, I mean, do you remember the saucepan mission?
Because you've done that, you've actually pissed off the daughter and like the husband. So he's gone like off and started another quest and some other like horrendous thing happening. So you're like, okay, see you later, and then that'll come back and hit you like 20 hours down the line, be like, daughter-in-law that you helped when she was a devil. And you're like,
oh god, not a devil. Silly Witcher. Yeah. It's one of those games. I remember, and the romancing. I remember the romancing. Who did you go for?
Yennefer.
Yeah, for Yennefer. Good man.
Yeah,
I went for
yeah.
both. And obviously,
Did you?
yeah, didn't end up well. Yeah, as you can imagine. I always meant to play it again. Next time I was gonna do it, I was gonna go for Yennefer. But yeah, no. Yeah. I remember a certain place where I do a save game, go in, oh, reload, get back those, get back those orange. Thank you very much.
You know what? I think I'm saying that because I played it. I had it on Xbox, and then I had it on. I got it on PlayStation. I got because I didn't have any of the DLC on the Xbox version, so I started it again on PS4. On PS4, I went with Yennefer, but the first time I did go with Triss.
Did you?
So and
You betrayer. No.
that other witch girl that doesn't count. You know, the one that like takes you into a funny.
Oh, the woods
What
in
was
the
she called?
glades. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I killed her on
who
my
gives you the
gameplay.
torch?
The torch. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know why I did. I think was she like really really naughty or really bad or something? Was she like a bad guy? Because I'm pretty sure I killed her.
Yeah, yeah. You do. You can kill her, or you can talk around. I think I talked around, but you
Whoops
can
a
kill her.
daisy. Sorry, I can't remember what her name was now. Yeah. Whoops a daisy. The DLCs, yeah, they were fun too, and obviously, good times. I remember it. Good times. It's just so cool. the whole lore, all the different monsters, different approaches you take to fighting them, different oils you need to put on your swords, different magic spells which are good against certain things. I felt it was such an atmosphere, and the world was so rich, and
Yeah, well,
it's got to be this. You know, the TV series must have come from the success of this game because it's so good.
yeah, that's a good point. Actually, there was so much like
Hype, wasn't there?
there was so much stuff where you could get like, and you know, everything had a recipe or 3 or 4 recipes to unlock it, and then you had to find other like it was really, really rich and deep in
It was also
stuff.
beautiful, wasn't it, at the time? Do you remember how amazing the graphics were when it came out? I was like, this is nuts. But yeah,
Did you say they're doing you know, like they've done for a lot of games, kind of like a shiny up kind of version for PS5 or
but yeah, they're meant
the
to
new?
the CD Project Red, so they're meant to roll out like an upgraded version for the PS5, yeah, and for all consoles. But that's been delayed again. do 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 do. So yeah, massive shame. What with CD Project Red, and obviously it's being spoke about to death by everyone under the sun, so it's not like I'm adding anything new to the conversation. But like Cyberpunk, I had massive hopes for that.
Mm,
I just didn't enjoy it. I didn't
no,
even finish it. I didn't get anywhere near it. It was so
I
meh.
can't. I don't know anyone that said anything different. To be honest, everyone's just been like, "Oh yeah, I played it and it didn't work for the first 2 months. Then it did work,
Yeah.
and I've not touched it since." So
It's sort of like they're like the world is so everyone's doing their own thing and it's so immersive and it's not. It's like GTA was 1,000 times more immersive and that was brought out fucking ages ago.
yeah,
Um, yeah, it was such a shame because Witcher, this game I thought was so magic, but maybe looking back at it, maybe I don't know. I think for this time, this was just amazing. Um, I
are they
just think
making a Witcher 4? Is there another one?
I remember hearing something like that, but you hear everything about in gaming news, don't you? It's like and like all YouTube gaming channels, you get a lot of them like, oh my god, the Switch Pro 9.5 is gonna come out next week. Oh no, it hasn't. It's gonna come out next month. No, no, it hasn't. Next year. Okay, it's a Switch OLED.
Okay.
Yes, it's actually not a Switch 2. It's no upgrade whatsoever, apart from screen. And that's the same with video games. Did you hear? Which I mean, you'd think they would make a Witcher 4 because money.
Yeah, yeah.
Money. Um,
We should, it might be one of those things that they rest for so long and then they bring it back
bring it
years and
back.
years
Yeah,
later. Oh my god, there's another Witcher. What?
yeah.
Like,
I've got a family friend who actually did all the audio for The Witcher 3. And he does it for all big video games really. So that's the one I was telling you, my brother's wedding.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. That
his
sounds
voice, Geralt's voice.
pretty impressive. Pretty
Pretty cool,
impressive.
pretty cool. Claim to fame, bro. Okay, sick. Right, let us. Anything else you want to say about the old witchy or witchy? Any favorite quest in particular?
Um, yeah, actually, the one where you put the baby in the oven.
Oh shit, I remember that one. Yeah,
What? What? And yeah, you've done it right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm being like morally torn, being like, I've just put a baby in the oven. What kind of person am I? And then you're like, oh no, you did the right thing by putting the baby in the oven.
Yeah,
Scared the thing away.
I do remember that. So it's so crazy. It's got to be the right option.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise, it was. Yeah, no, that was a wicked quest. I just yeah, it was also good. I remember going to Isle of Skellige was like so awesome,
Yeah.
so pretty. Oh, it was a good game. I don't. What do you think, Witcher or Skyrim?
Um, I don't know. It's one of those things where you've got to be in a bit of a mood, I think, for one or the other.
Mm.
You have like, I've wondered because again, on Sky, this is something I've got to say in Skyrim. I didn't realize you could even get on a horse in Skyrim until level 30 or something.
They don't really
So
move very fast. They do this. It's almost not
yeah,
worth it.
I literally walked from one end of Skyrim to the other end of Skyrim on foot, being like, God, this is very. If only they gave us a horse. And they like, you've had a horse from day one. So-
I mean, yeah, Skyrim also PC modded. It looks amazing. I managed to figure out one set of group of mods, and it looked so good once they're on, but couldn't figure it out after that. And I think you can mod The Witcher 3 to be fair, but no, I don't know. Different games, aren't they? I feel like they're even though they're the same sort of genre, completely different.
yeah, yeah.
I think Skyrim's got more replayability personally.
Yeah, I agree. I
Um,
agree.
but because The Witcher's so in depth and it's the same story, you know what I mean? Skyrim, you sort of create your own story, which has no script or anything. It's just fucking madness. But The Witcher was really good. I'm surprised you didn't like the second one. I played the second one. I tried to replay the second one recently and didn't have
Yeah,
the same allure, but I do remember really enjoying it first time around.
maybe I just wasn't patient enough. Maybe it wasn't I
Mate,
wasn't in
it's
the
all
right.
right. It's all subjective, isn't it? It's subjective with video games. You can't all like the same stuff. You can like The Witcher 3 and not The Witcher 2. But
No, if you don't want to speak to me anymore, then that's fine.
I'm kind of
Honestly.
disappointed, personally. I'm a bit upset. I feel like this conversation we're having today is very leveled and reasonable. You know what I mean? We're not it's quite sophisticated, but
Are you pouring yourself a glass of wine there, mate?
yes, just a little
That's
scuba.
less reasonable now.
I just wanted to say before I pour the next glass, how civilized this conversation has been. It's definitely off topic, isn't it? This is like we're experimenting with this because this is very different from what we usually do. But you know, early days, isn't it, mate?
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
we're just teetering and tutoring. So
Teetering.
let me get your thing back up. There it is. So, oh baby, what do you want to go with next, mate?
Next one, and again, I know you're a fan of this. I've gone for Dark Souls 3.
Wow, so I'm
Now,
a fan.
I know, I know this might be controversial for others because I've not gone for Dark Souls 1 or whatever, but I like 3 more.
Dark Souls.
I like all the Dark Souls
There it is.
games, obviously,
Yeah.
but but I don't know, 3 for me, and again, this is probably down to the fact that I like you know, being able to kind of do a bit of magic here and there, whatever. 3 had the best magic, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought three. I don't know if you play some Dark Souls. Well, you play Dark Souls games, and obviously they're really hard, really frustrating. You get pissed off, and you want to, you know, throw the controller across the room and smash your face in and murder someone or whatever because you're that fucking fucked off.
Yeah.
Speaking through experience, but I feel like with Dark Souls 3, once you played it a couple of times, it's actually quite chill.
Right. Sort of
You know,
like, sort of cathartic.
once you know, yeah, and once you know where you're going, you're a bit like a little jaunt around that wood thing, go and kill one of those big crabs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, and you kind of like get to know your bearings. And you actually quite kind of, it's not as stress-inducing as Dark Souls games have become known for.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and then I thought the DLC was really good.
Yeah.
And the level design's really good. I think level design is really,
Oh,
particularly
you went
particularly
quiet there, mate. I don't know if you might cut out, but say it again. So level designs are,
yeah, level designs in Dark Souls are very, very good. Just because it does that thing where you're like, you've been walking forever, whatever, and then you get in like a lift or something, and it takes you back somewhere. And you're like, oh, I'm here again.
Yeah.
I know this place.
Connects, doesn't it? It's very, it sort of fits in really nicely. It's like sort of like, holy, yeah, and you in your mind, there's no map, but you can, it sort of all clicks in really. Yeah, the level design's amazing. I think it does click in nicely, and that realization is like, oh shit, I'm back here, and that's how that works. Yeah.
I'd like to see like a kind of 3D map of the whole world where you can kind of see every little bit kind of linking up.
I've
Probably
seen
impossible.
YouTubers do that. I've seen someone do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. About I think they did it on number one. I saw one do it on number one. It's pretty awesome
Yeah,
actually seeing the whole design of it. Um,
because it's
so
impressive. It's impressive to that someone again came up with that.
absolutely,
Laurie
absolutely.
has said, how dare these people make me actually work? What the hell are we talking
Alright,
about?
it's a sad world, isn't it? Working
Work,
and
Laurie.
earning money and
Forbin.
stuff. Sucks, dude. We're talking about favorite video games, Laurie. If you haven't, if you're just dropping by, and Ristov's now gone to Dark Souls 3, which he's just described as being why he loves it. And I agree, Ristov. I think like well, obviously my interaction was Far Cry, no, with
Stop talking about
fucking
Far Cry. Far
hell.
Cry. Far
Dark
Cry. That.
Souls, yeah, yeah, Far Cry. It's Far Cry. That Dark Souls 3 was the first one I played. I played it on Twitch, and so I had
Mm.
people come in and talk to me around it and show me how it works and stuff. And hard as balls, made great content, got great content for the Twitch. Really helped, and because people love it, they really love the game, and they love seeing people go through it, newcomers, professionals, and whatnot. Yeah, the level design's amazing. The bosses were fantastic. Whilst made me want to fucking take a finger off. I don't know. It's so stress inducing sometimes. But I think Far Cry 3 was like the fairest in how far away it'd be dropped off of the boss. Um, but yeah, it's the graphics are really cool. The style of it, the taste of it, you know, the themes it set out. I never really got into this. I know the story is quite. There's a lot of backstory if you read around and figure it out yourself. Obviously, I couldn't really do that on my Twitch. I only really played it on Twitch. So I never did it myself, like crisscrossed around. Um, but yeah, the combat was fucking awesome too. And once you got the knack of it, once you really felt it, and you got that rhythm for a boss's attacks and how you're gonna manage them, it was just like so satisfying. I don't think I felt like a sense of satisfaction as I have whilst playing a Dark Souls. Even this first boss that's on the trailer you saw there, the guy that was on all fours, I can't remember what his name is, but when you like figure him out and take him down, it is just like
Good
beautiful.
feeling.
Yeah, and the
Definitely.
DLCs, you're right. They feel like an extension of the game, like that was always meant to be there, and it's sort of yeah, really good. Yeah, it was really good. I did really like it. I really like the tone and setting of it, and fucking just a great game. And that's obviously had a massive, huge impact on lots of games we play now, for sure. It's Dark Souls. I don't know. Is Dark Souls 3 your favorite then?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'd say. I know a lot of people like Bloodborne the best. Like
No
everyone
way.
seems to like say put all the Soulsborne games or whatever, and they say Bloodborne's the best. And I do love Bloodborne. It's probably my second favorite, but I like Dark Souls 3 just a bit better, just because you could do a bit more. It's a few
Mate.
more weapons, a few more spells, a few more. You can run through it a few times, and like super different the next time you do it. If you do like some people do it like only spells, don't they, or only
Yeah.
miracle, and very
Yes.
impressive.
It is. I mean, Laura says Pong is my favorite video game. Pong, great, beautiful game. I bought recently an arcade. It's the wine's hitting me now. I was recently at an arcade, and they had like a really cool Pong machine. It had the control was like a ball like this, and it was
Mhm.
like a three. You could see it was like a 3D, like they're physical things, Pong things. How the hell can I describe it? It was awesome though. It was something I was like, I need this in my house, but it probably costs a lot of money. Um, but yeah, I was just with Dark Souls. I would definitely say Dark Souls 2, bottom of everything. Dark Souls 1, I preferred Bloodborne. I think. Oh, did I? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I'd say Dark Souls 3, Demons, Demon Souls, then Bloodborne, then Far Cry 1.
Do
Not fuck. then Dark Souls 1.
you have got Far Cry on the brain, boy.
Actually, I would say Sekiro is better than Bloodborne. That might be really controversial, but I think
See,
Sekiro's.
I've not never played Sekiro.
Never
Don't know
played
why.
Sekiro,
Never played it.
bro. Yeah, I've really enjoyed that. Super good. They're all good games. I don't think I would have ever played them if I hadn't done it on stream because I'd be too frustrated to ever get past like the first boss. But since I did, now I love them and I really loved Sekiro.
And the games to watch definitely because they're definitely for streamers. I think
Yeah,
I
definitely.
streamers that play any of the Dark Souls and it's always good to watch, even either if they're really really good or if they're really really.
Yeah, I was shit. I think honestly, the Dark Souls games helped me more than anything when I started my other channel, Twitch. Um, I never really got any I've never really got more like feedback from people or involvement than I ever have playing Dark Souls. Dark Souls is always the one.
That's how I bumped into you. I
That's how
started
we
watching
met, mate.
Soul Bloodborne.
Mate,
There you go.
it's our game. It's our game, bro. Maybe we should one day we'll maybe have a special where we do a race against each other, just both start the game up at the same time and
That
race
sounds
through
cool.
it.
You would win for
I
sure.
don't know about that. You're definitely really better than me in that. All right, let's get your 3x3 up. Number 5 on your list, my friend.
So again, controversial
Mm-hmm.
because I know a lot of people don't like this game. But
I've
this
never
Final
played it.
Fantasy 12.
Mm-hmm.
So um, again, this was a game that was on PS2 originally, and then they remastered it on PS4. Obviously, I bought both. Um, as we were talking about the other day, just keep giving them money for the same bloody thing. But again, like what you were talking about earlier, this game has kind of it's more of a sentimental thing for me because this I was playing this when I was at uni,
Yeah.
and I remember I had like the biggest bedroom. Like I didn't pick the biggest bedroom. I remember all my flatmates were for some reason I didn't view the house in second and third year, and I just let all the like guys decide it. So I was like, yeah, I'm happy with whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, they were like, oh, well, we've picked out your room if that's okay. I was like, oh god, I bet they've given me the shittest room. They gave me a really nice room, and it had like a sofa in it as well, so it was great. But that like I think because I had a really big room, people used to hang around in my room all the time.
Right.
But what we'd do is we'd have like chill out sessions where we'd just put Final Fantasy 12 on. I'd just sit and play it, and literally everyone would just sit around like and fall asleep or
That
like
sounds lovely.
chill out because it was like nice music, nice vibes. And I remember like many times just being sat playing it and then looking around, and be like, he's asleep, they're all asleep, and it was just like the really nice memories. Just being like, oh, should we just go and sit in Ristof's room and just chill out for a bit and watch Final Fantasy? Like, nice one.
Mate.
So it was good, but on a game side of things,
Mm-hmm.
the because I know you're not a fan of JRPGs, are you? Like or
So I'm not a
turn
fan.
based,
I've never got into them. That's what
turn
turn
based.
based. I don't
You're
like. No.
not really a fan. Well, Final Fantasy 12 is probably the first. I can't think. Probably the first Final Fantasy which wasn't actually a turn based. It's not really turn based.
Like action
So
RPG sort of feeling like.
and it's really like there's not another game I've known. There's probably loads of games which are like it, but none that I've come across where you kind of you don't really play. Well, you do play the game, obviously. You kind of program your characters to kind of react in certain situations. So there's like a list of like things you can do, and you obviously unlock more and more, and then you put them all in like an order, and then put them all in like a situation. So there's kind of like if one of your characters gets poisoned, you can have a character automatically unpoison them and things like that. And it's really weird how it all when you first play it, you're like, what the hell is this shite? Like I can't get my head around this. This sounds horrendous, whatever. But when you get it, you're like, oh my god, this works so, and it's so addictive. It's so like satisfying to get like a really efficient kind of like list of stuff, and then your characters all do, it, and then you just like resurrect you straight away. And it's more like it's kind of like organizing and it doesn't stop. It's like
I can see. Yeah.
so fire spell, beep, beep, attack this person. Like you don't like you can play it like um if you really wanted to, but the way it plays out is it's all it's just all kind of it sort of plays itself, and you just kind of watching, and you kind of you can occasionally like do something big, if you want to do a summon or something like that. But it's just really good, and I genuinely think you would like it if you.
Try it out.
Um,
What was it on? Was it on
it's on PS4. That's the latest version you can get, which is kind of like restored version of it, which they've made it super pretty. The only
HD
thing,
remake? Yeah.
the only thing that I don't like about the remake is, so notoriously the first one, there was a lot of like walking around in big woods,
Ristoff, your mic
and
is sort of cutting out quite a lot. Just fiddle with its tip. You know what I mean?
fiddle with its tip.
That's what
Excuse me.
she said.
What she said.
Bristol's gonna have like a lovely, nice new microphone soon, so people.
Apologies for shite, Mike.
It's not that bad. It's
Um,
definitely doing the job. I tell you that much.
but yeah, the only thing that I don't like about the remake is to combat the problem of it being really slow, like you walking around and stuff. Instead of them just being like, "Oh, now your character can run a bit faster," you can toggle between the game, like everything about the game, speeding up by like twice as fast or 4 times as fast or something.
Hmm.
So it makes it a bit like, whoa, hang on. Like what goes from a really nice, chill, cool game, you're like, oh, I just need to get to the other side of the map. Like, and you're like, no. A bit weird, but otherwise, it's definitely worth playing. And I think if you see it for cheap or somehow stumble upon it, then I actually think you'd quite like it.
Oh mate, I'm actually. If it's not turn based, I might invest, mate. Does look quite good. I mean, yeah, Final Fantasy. I've played a few of them, and I do remember them being quite so long ago. I was a kid on my DS, so they were good. They were good, and there is a nice feeling to JRPGs. But sometimes it's like Pokemon. People are gonna hate me for it, but I'm not a huge Pokemon fan, unfortunately. I always want to be. I always buy the games. I'm always like, I don't know. My brothers, my friends all adore it, but I've just been shoot with it. So I would definitely.
Well,
That
as you said,
doesn't kind of look good from the trailer. I'd say, yeah, yeah,
I agree with that. And yeah, it does make sense. Sometimes turn-based thing, you're just a bit like, it takes everything interesting out of the game.
yeah,
Really.
yeah.
Just makes it into like a menu thing.
I say it's weird
And
though,
yeah,
because I like D&D, but I think it's more with D&D. It's just you taking control of your character, so you got people around you doing other things. So it kind of feels different, I suppose. It's a different sort of element. Um, all right, what's this next one then, matey boy?
oh shit, what was the next one? Oh my god, what is the next
I
one?
don't know. It's got like people fighting. It looks like
It's
a.
Soul Calibur.
Oh, that's Soul Calibur. Yeah, I've got your thing for that. Give me
So
a second, guys. Which one is it?
this is Soul Calibur 6, which is actually the latest one. Um, which
Yeah, here it
I know
is.
people would be like, what about the original? The original's really good. I love the original. It's probably my second favorite.
Yeah,
But I actually really like the newest one, um, because it's done really well. There's a couple of really bad Soul Caliburs, like Soul Calibur 5 is really bad, and Soul Calibur 3 was okay, but it was a bit yeah. Um, but the good thing about this is it's like it's one of those fighting games where you don't have to be super good. You can just mash it out and then like
pretty much
win
with
loads.
every fighting game.
And-
Like,
but
slapping the controller in my face.
you can proper do that in Soul Calibur, and then you can come out. If anything, rather than like a bit more technical Street Fighter where you've got to do all the proper moves and proper good timing and combos and blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
This you can just mash away, you do whatever. It makes it look really flash.
yeah,
Like the special moves are super easy to do. It's just like one button. Like
nice like
it,
that.
it's nice. And again, satisfying fighting. And on you see on that trailer, there's a fucking amazing character creation mode where you can literally make any character you want, and it's so good.
In a
It
fighting
really
game, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
it's better. I think they started doing it in about Soul Calibur. Better and make honestly some like really good characters, I should have sent some more kinds of like fan creations that people have made. Some of
yeah.
them are insane. Like they're so good. Um,
And it's got The
but yeah,
Witcher in it, hasn't it? I can see
yeah,
that.
it's also got the witch and old Geralt in it.
At least have Link in one of
Um,
them. I remember them having Link in one of the games.
yeah, Link was in the I think Soul Calibur 2.
I
So
really wanted that
that
one.
came out on like 3 different platforms, and Link was in the GameCube version.
Yeah, shit. I do
Um,
remember. I remember that. I really wanted that game just because that looked a bit provocative. I just saw a clip of the trailer. I was like,
yeah,
burbs.
yeah.
So-
There's a lot of birds. Oh my god, it's birds here.
it's a bit, isn't it? It's a bit burbsy.
It's sort of Japanese in a way that, you kind
Yeah.
of like, okay, all the women have got massive boobs and tiny
Yeah,
waists.
yeah. All right, yeah.
you know.
Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely tell it's one of those but doesn't take away from being a great bloody, if not add to the
Again,
experience. Let's be
well,
honest.
I mean, horses, of course, if that floats your boat, go for it.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
And again, the character creation, you can be very pervy if you want to be. You can be very pervy. And another thing about Soul Calibur, again, perviness, is when you like hit people, the more you hit people, like the clothes rip and the hair comes out of,
Cool.
you know,
A destructive
they get
environments,
down.
but destructive fighters.
Yeah, yeah. So you can knock the clothes off eventually and like, get it proper down
Okay.
to nothing.
All right. That sounds
I can see you ordering it straight away.
It's on sale.
Yeah, it probably is. It usually is, to be fair. But no, it's just really good, and yeah, probably I reckon there's probably a lot of fighting game enthusiasts that'd be like, oh no, I don't like it because it's not technical enough. But it's just fun.
It's one
Good
for
old fashioned.
everyone. One for the whole family.
One for the whole family. For all the family like boobs.
Yeah. Well, what family doesn't? I was gonna say you're quite a fighting game fanatic. Not fanatic, but you do love your fighting games, don't you?
I do like my fighting games. I'm just really bad at them.
No,
But
you're
I'm
not.
okay at Soul Calibur.
Well, to be fair, if you lose to me in a fighting game, you are bad at them, and you have lost to me like once or twice. So yeah. But he's absolutely destroyed me every other time. So it's just I must have been luck as beginner's luck. This next one, I don't think I got the trailer for it. Give me a second. But Breath of the Wild is one of my
Both, as
favorites
I
too.
said.
I've got to say, I
Yeah.
love Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
What made you pick this then? Whilst you didn't get the trailer up.
Again, you're gonna probably block me forever for saying this.
Don't say
I
it.
hadn't played a Zelda game until I played Breath of the Wild.
Oh, that's not. I wouldn't block you for that. That's fine. That's just
It's only because I never had I wasn't a Nintendo boy, so I never had a N64. I never had a like whatever else there was, a Wii.
Wii, GameCube.
Oh, now I've got a Switch, so now I'm a Nintendo boy.
No, you know. It's so beautiful.
But yeah, but yeah, again, it's just one of these. Again, like The Witcher, massive game. Can't believe how big it is. Can't believe how much you can do in it. Can't believe the tiny little details, which like even to like with elements, like you can set fire to a tiny little thing and then it'll do all sorts. Yeah,
It's like a
just
jungle
super
gym,
good.
isn't it? Of like a game. It feels like a big open jungle gym where you can do anything you want. Yeah, I remember it was because I played all the Zelda games, and on my list, on my list I've got two because I adore Zelda so much. I have since I was a kid, and yeah, I remember when I got this game. Right, it was when the Wii Switch came out. But unfortunately, on that day, the day before, sorry, my dear cat was killed, and I remember being so devastated. And but I've been waiting for this game forever, and I was so excited for it. But my cat died, and then the next day it came. And I remember playing it just miserable. I was just like, I couldn't get any joy out of it. I would just play it like fuck. I say that I did play it for like almost 700 hours or something crazy, but and it is amazing. I think it's like Skyrim. I think it's very similar feeling to Skyrim when you blah 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 blah, and you're looking over Hyrule. And I was like, yeah. What was it? I was like, this is cool. and yeah, it was fun. It was incredible. As you say, it is a lot. It's one of those games. There's so much attention to detail. Yeah, it's fucking awesome, man. Did you ever play the hard version of it?
No, I've no. Do you know what? I don't think I've not even completed it.
You haven't completed it on your top games list. But you haven't completed it.
Yeah.
That's something, I guess.
I've like 250 hours plus, and I've never completed. I'm not good because I'm an idiot. I keep getting distracted. I go off and be like, I guess I'll just go and gather some berries for 3 hours, and then like
get the frogs for the little village boy.
Yeah, exactly. Go off and funny about with other shit, and then like, oh right, yeah, there is actually a main quest.
Yes.
Yeah.
To get to. Yeah, I remember being a bit disappointed there was no story. The story, I don't think there's much story in this. Like in all other Zelda games, because you haven't played them. And oh my gosh, you need to, because they're so good. Nothing like this, really. There's like temples and there's a story, but the story it's kind of Link never talks. But it's with this one, it was sort of like, as you said, there's 4 missions, go to the big main boss, and some clips you can get. Well, it doesn't stop it from being an amazing game, and I think in its own right, it's so different, but it was fantastic. You know what I mean? It was very much like just wonder, really. awesome.
Yeah.
Really look forward to the second one coming out. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. It's
And
gonna be sick.
there's a guy on YouTube that does videos, and they're called like 25 things you still didn't realize you could do in Breath of the Wild. And like if you get time, like have a look, have a search for him, and some of the
I
things are
think I've
like,
seen them.
what?
Yeah.
As if that's even been programmed. Like what?
Yeah, I'm on the
Some
subreddit for it, and they've fucking stuff some people come up with is so creative. It's crazy to kill someone like chucking a shield at them, letting a lightning bolt hit it. I don't know, putting stasis on shit. Yeah, it is absolutely crazy. It's an amazing game in that sense. Um, yeah, man. All right. Oh, next one. I know this because of memes. I think, right? Shamu, is that right?
new. Again,
Shamu.
Dreamcast like original, you can now get it on other platforms. But this was really good because it was probably the first open kind of world kind of game, even though it wasn't technically like an open world like sort of GTA kind of thing. But it was the first game you could have where you could literally and do nothing
Uh huh.
and just think about. You can go to the shops, you can go and talk to some random people. Everyone was voiced, everyone was like animated, and there was like people in the streets and stuff, and it was insane. When it first came out, I remember getting it. I think I got it for Christmas, and I think I completed it in about 3 days because like this is insane. This is actually there wasn't anything, and it was due to have something like 12 sequels because Sega were like, this is gonna be amazing. Everyone's gonna die. Like, and then obviously the Dreamcast didn't do very well, so it had one sequel. I know they've made another one now after
Shamu
like
too, right? Yeah.
yeah, there was Shenmue 2 on the Dreamcast, then there was nothing. And then last year they released Shenmue 3 only because it was like crowd-funded kind of thing. Because
Right.
there's so many like fans behind it, and it is out. You can now get it on PS4 and stuff.
Have you played it?
I'm not actually. I've not played it.
I've probably lost its
Um,
magic because I haven't heard of it.
yeah,
You'd have thought if it was like epic, people would talk about it. But maybe I'm haven't been in the right circles or whatever. But
I mean, I played it when I was about 11, so like it might be a bit
it's an old game.
but it was so good. And the weird thing is like there wasn't any games where like now there's loads of games where currency and you'd go and get a job and you'd earn more currency and stuff, and you never had that before. And then there was the story around it was quite sounds a bit awful. It was kind of boring because it was all about like oh his dad was killed and then he's trying to get vengeance on his dad, and the story never really moves on through. It does a bit, but it's just mainly like, have you seen the man that killed my dad? No. Have you seen the man that killed my dad? And it just keeps kind of going like that for ages.
Right.
But it was just really cool having somewhere, and it had like time, so you know you
Night and day
do
system,
things,
baby.
yeah, night and day,
Yeah.
and weather. It had weather. Things changed by the date. So if it was like Christmas Day, if you were playing it on Christmas Day, it would be like
No way.
Christmas. There's
Like Animal Crossing.
like yeah, exactly like shit like that. And it had never been done before. And the weird thing is, you could go to there was like a little arcade in the town,
Oh,
one
I've
of the
heard about
towns.
this. Yeah.
You could go and play other arcade games in the arcade. Insane. Like obviously now it's in everything,
Yeah.
but you could like go and play like Outrun within a game. So you're like, oh my god, I'm playing Outrun. I've played Outrun a million times, but I'm playing it in a game.
Never heard
Like,
of Outrun. But yeah, no, I get it. No.
but yeah, it was just so good. But yeah, you can get it. You can get again remastered versions on PS4.
That's the trailer, isn't it?
Um,
I mean, yeah.
and if you, I reckon you probably get it super cheap now. If you want to play a really weird game and back in time a bit, it's definitely worth it.
Check it out.
And it's, but I think it's probably for me just sort of again the time where you like I associate it with good things and good memories and like wholesome times.
I heard a lot about it. Like a lot of people do love this game. As you can see, you can just see in the trailer how like interactive he's going, changing CDs, he's going to play games and doing like things and even picking up things at the supermarket. And I love that shit in games. And there's that detail in games now. If you get detail like that, like Red Dead, Red Dead 2, pardon me,
Yeah.
where you go through the shelves and picking stuff off the shelf. I was like, that is awesome. And like
Yeah,
games like
yeah.
this were doing that, and then you've got like Cyberpunk where you go to a shop and it just picks up a screen like that, and it's like items to pick from, and you just press a button and you got them. But there's no like, you know what I mean? So games like Shamu and stuff like that, it's no, I would actually really like to play it. I maybe it might be a bit dated, but maybe I won't experience it how you experienced it. But a lot of people do talk about how awesome the game is. So I'm probably
I think, yeah, I
murdering
mean,
what he's saying anyway. Probably not saying it right, but Shamu.
Shenmue,
Shenmue,
Shenmue.
Shenmue. You have some similar games to me, but a lot of them is completely different. It's sort of it is interesting. Last one, mate. Last one. Crazy Taxi. Then we'll go take a pee
Great.
break.
Again, Dreamcast original.
Right.
And for similar reasons to Shenmue, in the way that this was before GTA, before like you can like all racing games and stuff before were like, oh, you're on a track, you go around the track a million times, someone wins, whatever. This you could literally get in the car, drive anyway, and mow people down, even though you never killed anyone. In like you hit that prostitute, whatever.
Yeah.
Crazy Taxi was all kind, and people would just jump out the way and stuff. And
No one to
obviously,
get hurt.
you're
Wholesome.
nobody gets hurt. All very wholesome. It's all very Sega. And yeah, it was just a good old fashioned kind of arcade classic that you could kind of addictive. You know, it was probably the last kind of game that I played that had like a scoreboard. You know, and it wasn't online or anything. Score, so your mates would come around and be like, and you'd like.
You just cut out
I
for a
remember my
little
mate
bit there, but don't
mate would come round
go on.
and like play Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
He'd get a really high score, and he had the high score on my machine for months and months, and I was livid, like totally.
Bastard.
And I spent. I was like, one day I will get Andrew's fucking score, and I did eventually. But that's probably why I like it so much, because it consumed my life for
Yeah.
like all that time. Because my mate came around like, oh, this game's shit. Yeah, high score.
It looks amazing. I'm looking at the trailer. That looks like a lot of fun.
It's definitely, and I think now you can get it on like Android. I think you can download it for your phone.
Oh, that's sorted, mate. I know what I'm doing after this.
But it is really good, and again, just a bit of a light bit of japes, jolly japes.
You got a lot of arcade. You like a lot of the old school arcade games. Me and you should hit up an arcade soon together.
Definitely.
We could like record a video and put it on the Town Between channel. Maybe not a live stream because we haven't got like the 3G to support that. But you know what I mean. We can be honest, antisocial vloggers. We're like, oh hi everybody. Yeah, dude.
That's my 9, mate.
That's your 9. Pretty good 9. I mean, very different to what mine is. I don't want. I won't. We'll go for a break, and I will zoom through mine. Because I think we've got a lot of the same ones. I think the ones we've talked about, obviously golden, the ones that both got. So I will avoid those, and I'll do little summaries of things, and I'll try and get you to play them. And yeah, we'll just go from there. I'll just have a quick toilet break, and see you back in a couple of minutes or 30 seconds or whatever. All right. Welcome back, gang. Back at it again. It's your boys. Oh my god, what's going on with my hair? Oh god, what's going on? I really need a haircut. What is this? Ristoff can't hear me because he hasn't got his headphones on. Now he's back. Now he's here. There he is. So everybody, little bit of self promo before we go into our final stretch of my top 9. If you enjoy the stream, or drop a cheeky little follow, really appreciate it. You'll be able to find out when we're here during the week. So normally we stream on Sundays, but today is a special day. I don't even know why. We sort of had a chat and we figured something out. I think we've both kind of forgotten. Don't know what I was doing today.
We had a reason that we were going to do it today, but
I think it's because I'm insatiably lonely at the moment. So I needed
loneliness. That's a reason for anything, isn't
yeah,
it?
exactly. I was like, I need you and stuff. I need to do something. I need a distraction.
Mate, it's a pleasure.
So yeah, God bless. So any opportunity to have a powwow with my boy is great. So everybody, yeah, appreciate everyone who's shown up, everyone who's lurking, everyone who's hanging around with us. Really, really great. Laurie, I can imagine you're not much of a gamer. You're probably like, what have I come into? I followed them last stream and now they're talking about video games. God damn it. Even if Laurie's still here, but yeah, it's
not an ideal.
No, we like to play around with lots of different things, but obviously we do love video games, so that's why we're doing this topic as of today. So everybody, we're just gonna smash into it with my one. with my one. Let's get it up.
Your 9.
Get it
Breeze on.
up, boy. So here's my four 3x3. So yeah, Skyrim and Witcher we've talked about in depth because obviously they are the kingpins of games. I'd be interested to see who, because I think mine looks quite, apart from those two, pretty different from yours, isn't it? Mine are all very much,
Yeah.
because I think we're both doing things we grew up with. Really, they're like the special things, aren't they? And these games are very much in line with what. Apart from, I did have the N64. I've got no N64 games on there, and the reason why is because I loved the N64, but what I remember the N64 being is me watching my siblings playing it and watching them play Zelda, you know what I mean, playing the Zelda games. And I eventually got into Zelda games, but the magic in that was watching my brothers play Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. And this is amazing. It wasn't my sort of like, it wasn't like my dipping my toe into it. I'm always talking like it's some identity thing, but I guess it kind of is. It's weird because it's such a big part of your life. But when you start becoming fully invested in video games yourself, I think that's what I wanted to.
I think you also have a console, like I keep Dreamcast. You have like your favorite kind of like console that you're like, yeah, that was the one that I loved. So
Absolutely. And totally. I think mine was probably was the GameCube. Was when I was like fully, deeply in love with gaming. Was the GameCube. So I've only got one GameCube game there. I guess because when we all go through our adolescence, I think that's when it becomes really special. And that was when the Xbox 360 came out. That was like my time where I just sort of like full on obsessed with gaming. That's all I did. So that's a lot of these Xbox 360. And yeah, so actually I've got two GameCube games there because Zelda Twilight Princess was actually released on GameCube at the same time as it was on the Switch. But I didn't have a Switch, the Wii, sorry. But I didn't have a Wii at the time. Mum wouldn't buy me one. I still had GameCube. And, well, well, fuck it. I'll be talking about it now anyway. But with Zelda Twilight Princess, I think problem is when you were talking, it was really easy for me to just quickly zip through the trailers. But now it's like come to my games, like where is it? Oh shit, oh god. So I can just quickly play that. So 2 seconds, guys. So yeah, Twilight Princess. I can tell you the story. I think there's quite a big story behind the Twilight Princess. Because I was waiting for it for Christmas. Shit. I was waiting for it for Christmas. For my mother, and I was so excited about it, because Zelda was my favorite, and this was like the art style I've always wanted. Fucking psyched out of my mind. And I remember going to bed on Christmas, coming. Mum was like, waking up in the morning. I woke up in the Christmas morning, and Mum was like, sorry, it didn't come. I was like, no. And I waited for, I think, weeks. It felt like years. I think it was like 2 weeks after Christmas. Eventually came in the post, and I went up to my bedroom after school. I saw it on the pillow because I didn't realize it'd come. I was like, yes. And I just played it solidly. I played this game like fucking 50 times. I played it so many times. So I played it as a kid. I must have been like, I don't know, it must have been like 8 or no, maybe 10, maybe 11. I don't know actually. Year 6 or year, I don't know. I was young, but I remember I just envisioned myself as Link as I was playing it. So I was proper RP. I didn't even realize that was a thing. You know, you got World of Warcraft role playing servers. I was role playing Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, and I was a kid. I was like, I am Link. Visioned myself there, and that was my experience of it, and it was fucking awesome. I wouldn't say it's my favorite Zelda game, or maybe it's weird, isn't it? Because sometimes maybe it is because I played it so many times. Technically, I played it more than any other Zelda game. Absolutely adored it. Ristoff, you haven't played this. I don't know how. I'd love you to experience it because it's so good.
I think out of all the Zelda, well, all the Zelda games I haven't, this one looks the most appealing to me for sure.
Yeah, it's because I'm thinking of Final Fantasy. It's got sort of like, it's got that moody Zelda artwork.
Yeah.
Quite.
It's not as like
contrasting.
It's not as bright and colourful and cartoony as the other one, but still obviously a little bit kind of.
Yeah. It's cool. It was so cool. Art style was wicked. Story was amazing.
Can you get this on any of the modern, like any remakes?
No, which is fucking bullshit, isn't it? Well, I don't know why Nintendo haven't put this on Switch. It's so annoying. We've got Skyward Sword, which is probably my least favorite Zelda game. On Switch remake I bought. I bought that shit after. But I mean, it's not a bad game, Skyward Sword, by any means. But nothing like this. Look at just the cinematics of this game was so awesome. It was, yeah, really, really, really took you to another world, and big memories of this game, big memories. So
It looks good, really good. It definitely. If it comes out on
oh yeah, if
anything
it
other
comes on
than
Switch, you have to play it.
yeah.
It is awesome. I don't know if you get an emulator, but Nintendo wouldn't like me saying that.
Mm.
But Nintendo would give a fuck. look at that. I mean, not exactly like a big thing, are we? So, but yeah, Twilight Princess, and I got the Wii U remake, and it was, I mean, it was HD-ish. It was quite nice. It was like a number 71 playthrough, I suppose, when I played it. So yeah,
Yeah, I've never
that's that.
played on a Wii U. That's the like
Yeah, no one did,
they kind
mate.
of got lost, really, didn't they? They were a bit like
They did. Wii U was pretty. I had that game, and I every time I get a Nintendo console, it's just for the Zelda release. That's what I
yeah.
always saw it as. And yeah, and then Wii U. We didn't even get one for Wii U. So pissed off. What a Wii U for the next Zelda game. Fucking came out on Switch. That was Breath of the Wild, and it came
I
out
mean,
on Wii U
you
as
could
well.
as well, yeah.
Yeah, but come on, if the Switch is gonna come out with it, was gonna get a Switch, especially at that time when I was working and earning money.
Yeah,
So
man,
yeah. All right, let's go from one Zelda to the next Zelda.
go for it.
Zelda Wind Waker. Wind Waker. This is probably, I always say, this is probably my all-time favorite game.
I think I've watched you play a bit of this on your channel.
Oh
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
I did, didn't I?
quite a while ago, a few years ago.
I did. I played it. And met a few good people through it, actually, didn't we? If I recall. Jeez Louise. Don't people know? I've had 2 calls during the stream. That's unheard of. Actually, I've had like 4. I've
Hell,
had a lot of missed calls. I don't know why people are calling me. Well, I do, but it's nothing
people
important.
ringing, being like, "Shut up! What are you talking about, mate?" It's me. It's actually just me ringing.
Yeah, it's you
Just
say
like
stop talking about that thing.
trolling you from within the stream.
Yeah, dude. That's how he does it. It's intimidation calls. Get him shut up. 2 rings means speed up. 1 ring means stop now. and 4 rings means you look awful. Change it.
Nothing positive there. Nothing nice.
Yeah, you got a bit of stick on your shirt. That's what 4 rings means. Which is pretty standard. But Wind Waker, oh my god, Steve. If you haven't played these 2 games, Wind Waker is like the first really massive open world that I've been a part of, played, experienced. This was the first one after Ocarina of Majora's Mask I played, so a lot of hype built up for it. I was quite a young kid at this point. I remember being really upset that the cartoon graphics came out. I was like, no, it's not cool enough. He looks like a Teletubby. But then I played it as a kid, and I was like, this is fucking awesome meat. And now as an adult, I can really appreciate the art style. I thought it was just like, it's so good. It's so pretty. It's so atmospheric. Just like sailing through at night to an island which is lit up by a couple of little houses and jumping off, and it's so awesome. The temples are awesome. The story was just really great because Hyrule's been sunk under the sea. So it's hundreds and hundreds of years in the future where Hyrule's all covered by water and its islands. And eventually, spoilers, but it's a fucking ancient game. You do go down under the water to Hyrule at one point, which is fucking sick. I remember doing that and be like, "This is Hyrule. I know that place over there," and which was absolutely magic. I can't tell you how magic it was. It's so huge and open, and there's so many stories going on. You see little sailors knocking around, little submarines and shit. Gorons with hats on. The only Goron you see in the game is you can't actually see him because he's got a big mask on. It's like, oh my god, that's Goron underneath there. And it's just there's so much going on. I can't tell you how cool it is. And the combat was wicked. The story was so good. I mean, yeah, I know. Sorry, I will shut up about it. But honestly, if anyone's
That's the whole point.
yeah, dude, this is the one. This is probably my all-time favorite game for sure. And the expressions on his face, the way they do the cell shade, the expressions it just makes, I don't know, the feel of it is so awesome and
What year did it?
so expressive.
Year was this?
It's
Roughly
fucking
what year?
ancient.
Can you
I
remember?
don't know. It must be like 2000s. Must be, but early 2000s. I don't know.
Because there's lots of like cell shady games, isn't there? Like, loads of it. Loads of people.
Yeah, I think this is like one of the
take-
OGs. I would honestly say.
Yeah, this must have been one of the OGs for
Yeah.
cell shaded games. and it does look really good.
Yeah, mate, it's so wicked. And of course, Nintendo, I don't know how the fuck they released it like 10 years later, don't they, on the Wii U, which no one fucking plays anyway. So it's a bit of a shame.
Yeah,
But
there's not on Switch or anything for that, or anything in
no,
the
that's what's so
pipeline.
fucking annoying. I remember there was an April Fool's prank. Someone put up like a really official Nintendo video, and it was showing all the Zelda games coming to Switch. I was like, yes, 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 yes. It's just crazy they haven't done it. They just put Ocarina.
It's crazy. I'm surprised because I mean,
They did a
you
fucking
clearly
remake of
like.
Ocarina, on 3DS, which was graphically improved and looked a lot better. And they haven't released that. They released the old version of it, so it's just like fucking lazy, mate. Oh, this is your 3x3. Sorry, dude. Not.
That'd be the first thing they would do, and like cash in on everybody. That surely you're not the only person in the world. Bloody millions of people that'd be like, yeah, yeah, they're
Yeah, they'd make
throwing
so
money
much
at it.
fucking money. If they did that, I would throw my money at them, and so many people would throw the money at them. So yeah, it's a shame. But yeah, Wind Waker, probably my
Strange.
all-time favorite. I'll go quickly on to. Have you ever played the Castlevania game Lords of Shadow?
No, and I have to say, when I looked at your list, this was the only one of them. I know that game, and I have never played it, but I'm surprised to see it there. It seemed because it was a bit of a,
It
I don't know,
is
maybe it's just me, but I didn't really know it. I didn't know if it like, yeah.
Do you know, all I can remember is this game came out at the same time as like it must have been like 2010, around 2010. Yeah, Patrick Stewart and was in it as the other I can't remember what the guy was, other Heavy Knight, but and then the main guy, God, I can't remember, really famous English actor plays. Oh my God, how have I forgotten his name? The main character's name has just gone from me. Robert Carlyle plays him. Oh God, come on. He turns Dracula. I can't believe. I do know his name very well. Completely gone from my head. Um, but you're this. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. Did you watch the anime?
No, I've never seen the anime.
Okay, this father. He's oh shit. Why can't I remember his name? It's so annoying. Oh, it's gonna kill me. Um,
British actor. British actor.
uh, pardon? Oh, not
Is
the
it a
actor. The
British
actor.
actor?
I've got the actor, but I just can't remember the fucking Gabriel. He's called Gabriel. Fuck, that's it.
Oh, the
Gabriel.
character. Gotcha. Right.
Yeah, yeah. And he's like this holy knight. The Lords of Shadow, God's forsaken the world, and the Lords of Shadow have come back. And basically, it's about this holy knight goes and takes out all these Lords of Shadows. But each time he kills one of them, he gains their power and becomes more and more dark. And so it's sort of like I think it has that Nietzsche quote at the beginning, like beware those who fight monsters that they may become a monster or whatever. So he takes out all. It's so amazing. The graphics at the time were so incredible, and the story was so epic, and the environments were so amazing, and the boss fights were so. The boss fights now I know were very influenced by that game called Shadow of the Colossus, I think. But
Oh,
I still
yeah, yeah.
I think better.
Great game.
To be honest, I like Shadow of the Colossus, but people probably hate me for saying that. But the story in this was so awesome and so mythological. It felt like it was so epic, but eventually at the end he becomes spoilers for Lords of Shadow, becomes Dracula. And he's Dracula. He's the Dracula from the Castlevania world. So but the story is fucking so awesome. I can't even get to grips. The mountains, the lineage, the battles, the bosses, the boss fights are epic. And how you get upgrades in the boss fights is so cool. You take on the magic. He's got like a cross chain. I played
So it's like,
Castlevanias in the past, and this is I loved it. Go on.
is the gameplay kind of like? I'm thinking because I've never played it. I've seen it,
Think God
but
of
I've never
War.
played it. Is it like God of War, like Devil May Cry? I was going to say,
I never played in Devil May Cry. Never played them.
like very what's the word? Like flashy, like stylish, like
Yeah, a lot of fight.
you
Yeah, the fighting was really cool, and lots of like combos and stuff like that. But I think people will do compare it to as God of War. Like I only played God of War 3, the last original ones. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
similar. It's definitely a lot heavily influenced for sure. But I definitely preferred the world. Sorry about it. I love the new God of Wars. They're amazing. But the new God of War is amazing. And all God of Wars were good, but I just have really fell in love with this. Probably because I grew up when I got it. I remember getting it off the spur of the moment with my pocket money, getting an Xbox 360 game, and just being blown away by it. The second one was absolute dog shit. So that's a real shame.
second one. I thought
Yeah,
for some
Lords of
reason I
Shadow
thought
2. It's fucking shit.
really.
Ooh.
So what about the other Castlevania games? Have you played any of those, like the old
I
school
played the ones for the
Castlevania?
N64, which are really good. Haven't played any original platformers, which people rave about, so I probably should, because people
Yeah,
really
I
love
thought you
them.
yeah, you like I can see Hollow Knight on your list, and
Yeah,
they are
yeah, that's
pretty.
influenced, isn't it? Yeah. A Metroidvania,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Castlevania exactly.
No, I'll check it out. I'll check it. I do need to check it out, and I will. I will definitely. Maybe get it on Switch because I know there's some collections. But then Nintendo do charge extortionate prices, so I might as well get on Steam or something.
They've
Um,
done some modern ones, haven't they? Kind of fairly recently. They're still like 2D, but they're all.
really?
I can't remember what they're called. Is it Ritual of the Night? I want to say.
Oh, I
Potentially.
don't know. I know there was like some sort of like spin-offs from the creators of it. Created another game with like
Maybe
a
that's.
lady.
I don't know.
I don't think it was set in the same world or anything, but with the anime,
Maybe
no,
that's what
maybe.
I'm thinking.
All right.
Ignore me.
No, no, no. Anyway, a fucking epic. Play it. Get on Steam or whatever, PlayStation 4 if it comes out. I don't know if it will again, but it probably won't. But it was a great game. Really good game. Okay, I'll try and zoom through because I don't want to keep people here too long. Resident Evil 5, right? Resident Evil 5. I know Resident Evil 4 is probably my favorite. I would say Resident Evil 4 is like my favorite, obviously single player. I wouldn't put Resident Evil 5. I wouldn't really rate it unless it was because it's two player and because the experience I had playing it two player. One of my dear friends, well, I actually streamed a few times with playing this.
Remember?
Yeah, and it's just epic, you know. It was a bit epic, the most amazing co-op experience. I can't think of a better co-op game, to be honest. It's so much fun. It's so fluid. It's so funny. It's so over the top, and it is just awesome. Have you got this for stuff?
Yeah. I played it loads of times.
Have you? We should do a playthrough together. We should do like a really ultra hard mode and have a game.
I tried to play through it with Simon and couldn't get on board with it.
Mate,
Too
what the
scary.
hell, man? Yeah, we've got PlayStation, so we should definitely have a banter with it because, yeah, I mean, I'd love to. It's just such an amazing. It's such a great game. I think I know it or like back of my hand, and it just feels so satisfying when you got into that flow. And I love how you have to stop to shoot. I know it's such a thing that was such a pain in the ass back in the day, but I don't know. Anyway, by yourself playing this, it's like a meh. But like with two players, it's like fucking gold. And I love Resident Evil. I love the overtop story. I love it. I love it. Wasn't a massive fan of the newest one. Really love number 6 though. Did you play that? Number
Number
6 was
6. No, well, I
wicked.
was gonna say I've got number 6. Because I think I got the pack on PlayStation, which has got like 4. But number 6 gets a lot of stick, doesn't it? A lot of people don't like it.
I don't know why. I think it's the fucking totes, mate. I thought it was super scary. I thought really atmospheric. I really
I remember playing it, thinking it was really good, and there was, do you know, because there's like 3 different stories in it you can play through, kind of
oh shit,
duos.
number 6. The number 6 wank. What am I talking about? Number 6
What?
was dog shit. Oh my god, I meant number 7. So
Yeah, I've not played number 7.
do you like number 6? I was like, oh yeah, it's great, mate. I was fucking shit.
I even played through the first. I'll say the first one of the duos in number 6, and then I got pissed off with it because of there's like some weird upgrade system where
Oh
you've
mate,
got
I
to like
played one story in there. It was so wank. If that was your experience of no, you played number 5, so you know what a good Resident Evil game is. But
yeah.
yeah, number 6. Oh my god, no, number 7 was awesome. But I beat number 5 just because the memories, and I played it so many times beyond belief that it had to be done. My next one is going to be Doom Eternal. I would say Doom and Doom 2016 as well, and Doom Eternal will probably be my favorite shooters of all time. I never played the originals, so shame on me. I know, but,
Originals.
but
Crazy.
yeah, I know. But Doom Eternal was just like absolute magic. I think.
To be fair than the
It,
originals, you know.
yeah. I can believe it. It just feels so. It's just how it works. It's so magic. It's so magic. Everyone will get it again for. I've got it on PC. I like to get it on PS5 just to play on the couch. But the movement to it, the tacticians to it. When you're playing on the hard mode, you have to be really clever. And I just think it is amazing. It's like what a video game should be. It's the most video game I think ever.
It
And
is definitely very, very video game. I know exactly what you mean.
absolutely. I mean, it's funny how the melee when you punch is absolute wank unless you've got the super punch, since the guy's so fucking built. But just remembering that, like hitting them like nothing. But it was fucking awesome. Obviously, the music was amazing, and 2016 was great. But Doom Eternal, I think it was just how it worked around having to get ammo, having to do certain things, to get that. You're always moving around the arena. You know, it was awesome. I think it's really clever, and well done, Bethesda. I don't know if it's Bethesda or a subgroup of Bethesda, but just like a chess game of shooting. I think it was fucking incredible.
Do you know, it's funny for me. Doom Eternal reminds me of, or will always remind me of, like COVID and lockdown.
Really? Oh
Because
yeah, it came out at the beginning, didn't it? Yeah, that's when I started playing it. Yeah.
and I always think of it now because I remember like when it came out, yeah, and it was just like when everything was kind of closing down. And I'll always think of Eternal when I think of COVID, definitely,
Yeah, I
because it was
agree.
like
I remember I got it on the
buying it as like a
daily.
treat.
Mm.
I remember getting it. It's like, oh, I've not been anywhere for ages. I'm not doing anything for ages.
We would have been talking then,
You're like,
wouldn't we?
sure, yeah,
Yeah, we knew each other then, so I imagine we're probably talking about it at the time, weren't we?
yeah, definitely,
That's probably like,
definitely.
get it, Ristov, get it, get it. 'Cause that's what everybody do when we get new games. Like, Ristov, you need to get this if it's any good. Ristov says, Pete, you need to
I
get
get it.
this.
Like, I'm just like, yeah, okay, fine, I've got
Yeah,
it now.
same. I do.
Play what? Shit, why did you get
Yeah,
it?
like that platform we recommended me. I think I played it for 5 minutes. I was like, this is wank. but it might, but it might get better. I didn't give it time. Have you played any more of that?
What was it?
I don't know. It's like some platformer you sent me. It was on deal.
Oh, I can't
Anyway,
remember.
off topic. Definitely not worth being on the floor for sure. 3x3 shit. So I haven't got many more now. So oh yeah, I've got two more. So let's go.
Too good. And
I'm gonna leave the top one to last because you've played Hollow Knight, haven't you? So I'll
all the way through the street.
pardon. Oh yeah, I just rant about it continuously, don't I? So let me just get this up real quick and we'll hide my 3x3 and put the trailer up. So yeah, okay. Hollow Knight. Well, the first one of the games I got for Switch. When I started getting on like the downloads, I don't, when I first entered that store, that Switch store, and I remember hearing one of my friends talk about this when I was doing my masters, saying, "Oh, it's kind of like a Dark Souls platform," and I'm just not really getting into it, so I never really touched it. And then I heard reviews saying how beautiful it was and whatever, so I was like, "Oh fuck it, I'll just download it. I'll give it a try." Amazing. I've never found a game more satisfying finding the map pieces, exploring new worlds. I mean, so beautiful. Like, yeah, the platforming was fantastic. The fighting was awesome. The gameplay was so rewarding, and it was such an adventure finding new places. I remember going to that really deep, dark section where you, I think it's close to the end of the game. I can't remember, but it was spooky. It was just beautiful, and so it flowed so well. The combat beautiful, and the difficulty level perfect. And like to see that the hot the pools, the everything was so magic. I think it was so magic, and yeah, I've never been more satisfied. Really, look at that, the map. I'm just exploring the map areas is probably my favorite thing. Finding that map maker going.
Fanado.
That's
Love
it,
that.
Bamfanada. Yeah, Bamfanada. Yeah, she's and that's the woman at the shop, isn't it? You're
Yeah,
talking. Yeah,
yeah.
Bamfanada.
That's everything that is like in my everyday life. You're like, what we have to do? I'm like, Bafanada. Like, as if I don't know.
That's gold. Yeah, I'm totally gonna start using that. It's yeah, fucking amazing game. And when I finished it, it was yeah, it was incredible, beautiful, so pretty,
Really
so
good.
pretty, and I will always
Like
remember
it
that.
had a school kind of feel as well. I thought it
Yeah,
was kind of like, I don't know. It was like, yeah, you just ticked every box.
dude, the squelchy sounds when you took out like one of those grubs, that was satisfying, dude. So satisfying. But yeah, I think it really impacted me like in what games I sought out afterwards. I always wanted to find something that was like Hollow Knight. I think a lot of games did come out that were like it. Loads of roguelites came out
Now I remember. I
after Hollow
remember the
Knight.
game that I recommended to you that you don't like. That it was that Sundered.
Sundered, yeah. To be fair, I only played like 5 minutes of it. I was probably in a bad
I
mood.
said and it's not really like Hollow Knight, really. It,
Yeah, you did, didn't
it,
you?
it it's a bit in a way that like it's a 2D kind of
Platformer.
like game, and the only thing that reminded me of it is map kind of cover the map in the same way, but it's not got the same kind of charm.
No,
It's not
or feel. Yeah, no, I
far more simple and not as satisfying at all.
no,
It
no.
does get boring.
Have you completed it,
Oh,
Sunday?
no.
No, no, no. You see a good deal, don't you? You always let me know when the good deals are. So I mean, it's not like
£3, and I think it was like £3 reduced from 20 quid, and if I would have paid 20 quid for it, I would have been devastated.
yeah.
£3, yeah, it was okay. It's worth £3.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, maybe I might get back into it in a day, but yeah, I guess Hollow Knight sets such a high standard, and just waiting for the next one to come out because it's yeah, the next one's meant to be. It's got Silk Song, it's called, and you heard about it for ages, but never actually seen anything come of it. You know, nothing's actually come out from it. So I'm waiting for that desperately. Okay, last but not least, boys and girls. I hope people appreciate. Well, not sure people do, but getting these YouTube videos in line. Oh my lord, on loop.
Flawless. You
What
make
a
it look
pain in the
effortless.
ass. I just need that. I need that praise, please. Thank you very much. That's great.
Excellent. Excellent work.
Excellent work. Yeah, absolutely. So this is the final thing. Last stream, we sort of went on a rant about purchasing things, which we just kept buying and kept being disappointed by. I think Ubisoft, sorry, do that for me in every game they create now. Assassin's Creed, Far Cry. It's just disappointment. It's a disappointment. I don't know why I buy them, because I fell in love with the old ones, like Prince of Persia, Assassin's
Oh
Creed.
yeah, Prince of Persia. I used to love Prince of Persia.
I was thinking about putting that on here because I played all of those when I was a kid and I adored them. They're a really big part of my gaming on it.
I love those games.
Yeah, GameCube when we were playing them on that. It was fucking wicked. But this was, I remember buying this on Xbox. I was going to local Tesco's and it was like on deal. And I bought it, not knowing about it really. And it was just amazing. I mean, won't talk too much about it because I talked so much about it in the last stream. But the adventure, the change in the character, the open world, the combat like that. It was just so fucking good. Like I never experienced anything like it. And honestly, all the Far Cry games since I've literally just reskinned it, like literally, um, like they're all there's nothing's changed in the gameplay, which I kind of like. But then again, they just made the story far shitter as time went on. And actually, it's not. I don't think the new ones are nearly as good as this. The world was far more, had more things going on, and the story was so much better, so much more in flow. And it's so interesting, isn't it? It just surprises me how companies like Ubisoft can just go from fucking amazing, perfect elements to dog shit. Like just go from like all the, you know what I mean? Just add bad things continuously, no good things, bad
So
thing, bad thing, bad thing.
have like the newer Far Cry like consistently been like with what have the reviews been like? Have they just
Four
got
was
worse
like
and worse?
all right. I'd say four was pretty good. It wasn't the story wasn't as good, but it wasn't much. There wasn't much change. Just better graphics and a grappling hook, pretty much. But yeah, literally. But it was a good game because the story was they actually focused on the story still because that was a big part of three, and it was a cool dynamics going on there. But like I remember the end, the main villain sort of he left and flew away, and that was meant to be the end. But I got on my rocket launcher and fucking took him out. So like it was like awesome stuff like that. But now they go into like the games of the cutscenes and just everything. The story is broken up. It's shit. But like you go to someone and it goes to a different separate screen. Like it takes you out of the story, puts it in a separate like a blue screen with a character model going like this. Hey, can you do this? You know, like in RPGs, like not like RPGs, like online MMORPGs, like what someone Faisal plays a lot, the Bungie one. I can always forget what it's fucking called. And talks about non-stop. Destiny. You know, Destiny. When you get a quest, you get the character model going like this.
Yeah.
That's what the quests are like now. It's like track and trace. You know what I mean? This is the track and trace. This is the quest. Go do it, and have a shitty little cutscene in between. But like Far Cry 3, everything was merged. The cutscenes were merged. You walked into them, you came out of them, and you cared for the character. And the character actually had like a hero's journey story, and it was fucking wicked. I'm sure it had its flaws. Maybe but it was like nothing I'd ever played before when I came to it. So magic, and it's just such a shame because I've been bought all the Far Cry games since, and nothing has come close, and just seems to be getting worse and worse. Such a shame. But I know there's a new DLC that character Vass was an awesome bad guy as well, which really added to the dynamics. The bad guys were wicked, and he was an amazing actor. They've actually brought him back for number 6 as a DLC. You play as him. Don't know how that is. I haven't played it.
I was going to say, I asked that. Like, do they follow on directly from
No.
Final
They're all definitely
Fantasy?
separate stories. Yeah, sometimes you have characters that come across from story to story. Like there's like a comic character called Herc, which is he's in a lot of the stories, but just as like a side character. He's not like it doesn't play like a main important role. But yeah, that's it. That's my list. You've had both of our lists. I mean, the chat has been quiet, but we appreciate anyone who's stopped by and has been checking us out and watching the stream and enjoying it. What's your favorite altogether? What's your most favorite game out of all of those, Ristov? Would you say top of the?
Well, let's pick one out of my 9. I'll probably go Skyrim.
Skyrim's all-time favorite game, you'd say?
If I had to pick right now, today, at this time, I would say Skyrim. Yeah.
It's a fun game.
What about you?
I'll say Skyrim's definitely in my top 3. I think Zelda's just always gonna be my number ones because it's so ingrained in me and it's just developed. But so I'd probably say I always say Wind Waker, but yeah, probably Wind Waker. But close to Skyrim, we probably go second. Which is annoying because Bethesda I don't really like them. I used to love, you know what I mean? They're so funny how they're just ripping us all the time. But yeah, Skyrim I'd say second, but definitely Zelda first or Wind Waker. Yeah.
Boy.
Or I was just saying in general, the Zelda franchise, bar Skyward Sword, I'd say they're all more good. And the Game Boy Advance games and stuff like that, they obviously don't compare, in my humble opinion. But yeah, you were gonna say something? I'm sorry, I just talked over you.
No, not at all. I was gonna say, why is Skyward Sword out on its own? What's so
It's
bad
just that
about
the
it?
world is so much smaller, it's so much more condensed. It's very much far more linear, and I just didn't find the temples as interesting or the characters really. Wasn't exciting as much, but it had some really cool boss fights, really cool concepts. So it's a really good game. It's just not. It just felt like a step back from the last one. That's what I felt personally. I think it was go upwards. But Breath of the Wild was fucking awesome. I really look forward to number 2. It's gonna be sick. Probably gonna bring out a new console when they do. They do finally fucking get it out, but really excited for that. Yeah.
Switch 2 or whatever they call it.
Yeah, totally.
It'll be Nintendo. It'll be for the monies. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Can you imagine just bring out the OLED and then bring out I'll Switch 2s now, guys. Sorry, just buy an OLED. Whoops a daisy. Do you remember? But when Ristov was getting a Switch, it was probably like 2 years ago. Everyone was like, "Nah, don't get it. The Pro's coming out. Leave it." And thank God you got it because it's been fucking years.
I'm not gonna hang around and I'm glad I didn't. So,
yeah,
otherwise I would have been waiting 2 years for what? Like a slightly bigger screen and nothing else.
Well, 2 years would have got you the light, and then it'd been like another year got you the OLED, which isn't no improvement from the original apart from the screen. And some other little cosmetic-y shit, but yeah.
2 years of playing a game.
Yeah, I'm glad you got it. We got some good Mario Kart times out of that, and some good Mario Kart pretty much, and Tetris with some good Tetris.
Do you know what you need to get for your Switch? And I keep telling you this, and I keep forgetting. Eventually, I'm just going to buy you it. You need to get Castle Crashers.
I knew you were going to say Castle Crashers.
Yeah, definitely do, mate.
Is it really good?
Just love it. It's like if I could crack open your brain and look inside, it would be Castle Crashers. I just know it.
Really? Okay, I'll fucking get it. You've told me so many times, and I bought so much shit games that aren't Castle Crashers, so I probably should buy Castle Crashers. Isn't it like a multiplayer game though? Best played in multiplayer.
Yeah, definitely best played multiplayer. But I've got it. You can play with me if you want. I mean, you don't have to talk to me anymore if you don't want. But
well, thanks. Switch online. I don't fucking have to do it. So shit. Get your Switch app up. No, okay, I will get it. I'll definitely download it because I'm going away this weekend, so maybe I'll download it and test it out then.
It's a good little game. Definitely a good little game, and it's been out. I mean, I think it came out ages ago on the 360. And yeah, it's just really good. It's a good sense of humor. It's a nice little cheeky like little, I don't know, kind of brawler game, I guess. You
Should
can
have been your
sort
three
of
by three,
level.
mate.
Yeah, but you'd like it. I know you would.
I'll
You
definitely check
would.
it out. I'll definitely check it out. All right, mate. Well, just a little bit of promo and then Squiddly Domo.
Promo.
Promo. Yeah, anyone who has been in the chat, been checking us out, we appreciate a follow. Really is our main request, trying to get to 50 so we can get to the affiliate status. So we'd be very grateful if anyone enjoyed the stream even a little bit. Just dropping that cheeky follow would be very helpful. Otherwise, you will catch us. Just follow the Twitter and follow the us on Twitch, and you'll find out our agenda. Not agenda. What's it called? Our planner. Our schedule. We need to edit. We do sometimes edit it. We might need to edit it this week, but we'll we can follow us on Twitter. We'll give you the updates then. If there's any changes, we'll put it in the Twitter so you can hear that. So you can follow us on Twitter. We've also got a YouTube page where we put all the VODs on afterwards. We edit them so you miss out all the breaks. And so it just makes it a bit easier because Twitch deletes them after a certain amount of time. And that is it. We are going to be back when we are back, and you will hear. And if you drop a follow, we bring you into the Discord, and that's a perk. So that's that. All right, Ristoff.
Quiet place.
Anything else you want to say?
No, mate. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed hearing about your games.
Likewise. You've got good taste, mate. Very good taste.
Same to you. Same to you. Although, you'll have better taste when you play Power Stone 2, which I'm going to make you play.
Oh, I'd fucking love to. It looks amazing. I'm actually excited to play that. Is there anything on my list that you'd want to play after watching it, after seeing it?
Probably Castlevania.
Yeah, man.
The Lord of Shadows, whatever.
I wonder if you can get it for PlayStation. You should definitely play it if it's on PlayStation. You'd really like it.
If it's like God of War or Devil May Cry-ish, then that is well up.
Yeah, dude, definitely check it out. Check it out. And I'd say from your list, it would be Castle Crashers. No, it would be Power Gems 2. Power Stone. Power Stone 2. Probably the Final Fantasy looked pretty good actually. Just because I'm getting into the online one. Maybe because I saw the bunny ears there and I recognize that from online. And from other media. And and what else?
Please go.
Yeah, and then I would say, Mushu, whatever it's called. But I don't think I'll ever get a chance to play that. I would like to. We should definitely hit up an arcade sometime soon. That'd be fun.
Yes.
Boys' night. At the arcade. Yeah, man. All right. So we'll call it. We will see you in a bizzle. Okay. Love to see everybody. Take care.